Market segmentation using OR. Customers have different requirements and companies require appropriate marketing efforts to address them specifically. Market segmentation is the process of dividing the population of customers into various groups who are similar in nature, interests and habits. After market segmentation, companies can understand the customer requirements well to gain maximum profit. They can plan their segment specific marketing techniques so that their overall risk is minimal. Demographic, geographic, economic data and behavioral patterns of customers play important role in determining the company's direction. This assignment, market segmentation using OR, will study the customer's profile and segment them. It will perform descriptive analysis of the data and segment them using k-means clustering algorithm. After clustering, the marketers can understand the variables much better, prompting to take careful decisions. Companies can develop products and services to target the customers based on their income, age, spending patterns, etc. For this assignment, I have taken a data set which has 200 records. It has customer ID, gender, age, annual income and spending score of customers. These are the variables, and here you can see the customer ID ranges from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 200. The gender, male, female, age 19, 21, 22 like that. Annual income in thousands, 15,000, 16,000, all are declared as integers, and the spending score ranges from 1 to 100, 39, 81 like that. Second step, the descriptive analysis of the data like minimum, maximum, mean, quartile, median, standard deviation are calculated using summary and SD functions. This is the coding part. Customer data is the file name, age is the variable name. Here you can see the age, minimum age is 18, median is 36, maximum is 70. Standard deviation of age is 13.96. Then annual income, minimum is 15,000, median is 61.5 thousand, maximum is 137,000. Standard deviation of annual income is 26.26. Similarly, we have other outputs. Spending score, minimum is 1, median is 50 and maximum is 99. The gender and the age details of customers are shown using bar chart and histogram respectively. This is the coding for them. From this graph we can see there are 110 female respondents and 90 male respondents. There are more number of people in the age group 30 to 35. Here the annual income details of the customers are shown using histogram and density diagram. This is the coding part for them. More number of people's annual income is from 70 to 80,000. The same is displayed using a density plot graph. It shows a normal distribution. The spending score of the customers is shown using histogram. This is the coding part. From the picture we can see more number of people are spending between 40 to 50,000, 50% of their income. Then k-means clustering algorithm. This is the steps. Calculate the optimum number of clusters to be used. Randomly select k objects from the dataset. This is the initial cluster or mean. K clusters in the data points update the centroid through new mean values present in the data points of the cluster. The kth cluster's centroid has a length of p. that contains means of all variables for observations in the kth cluster. Through iterative minimization of total sum of the squares, the assignment stops varying when maximum iteration is achieved. Calculation of optimum number of clusters. Using gap static method, optimum number of clusters is calculated. In this method, one can compare total intra-cluster variation for different values of k with their expected values under null reference distribution of data. For each variable in the data set, one can calculate the range between minimum and maximum through which values can be uniformly produced from lower bound to upper bound. Plus gap function is used to calculate the gap statistics. This is the coding part. From the graph we can see the optimum number of cluster is 6. This statement is used for computation of gap statistic. You can see here there are 6 clusters identified. 45 people are in cluster 1, 22 people are in cluster 2, 21 people are in cluster 3, 38 in 4, 35 in 5 and 39 in 6. Cluster 1, annual income is medium and spending score is medium, 5349. Cluster 2, annual income is 25,000, that is minimum, and spending score is 79, maximum. Like that 6 categories are there. 6th category or 6th cluster, annual income is 86 and spending score is 82, high. Now we are visualizing the clustering results. This is the coding part for that. From the scatter diagram, it is found that cluster 6 and 4 are customers with medium income and medium spending. Cluster 1 is customers with high income and high spending. Cluster 3 is customers with low income and low spending. 2 is high income and low spending. 5 is low income and high spending. Conclusion. Using OR, market segmentation assignment was done. Initially, descriptive analysis of the data was done with a few charts. It was developed using unsupervised learning. K-means clustering algorithm was used. Gap static method was used to calculate the optimum number of clusters. The output was portrayed using scatter diagram. 6 segments were identified. Thank you.